Watch someone try to read a book today, in a completely normal quiet room. 10 minutes in, phone buzzes softly on the table. They check it instantly, almost without thinking about it. 30 seconds later, they're scrolling something completely unrelated to the book at all. 5 minutes pass before they even remember the book existed in the first place. This happens dozens of times a day, almost invisibly, without them noticing the pattern. Meanwhile, somewhere else, another person sits with the exact same book. 2 full hours pass steadily. Phone stays face down, forgotten completely on the shelf. Same brain type. Same modern world. Wildly different relationship with focus itself. That difference isn't intelligence. It isn't willpower either, not really. It's training. One brain has been trained, accidentally, to expect a hit of novelty every few minutes. The other brain has been trained, deliberately, to sit still inside boredom without flinching. Nobody explained this clearly to either person growing up. One simply drifted into distraction constantly. The other built focus quietly, one small choice at a time, without ever calling it training at all. Here's what's actually happening to your attention span right now. Every time you switch from one thing to another, quickly, your brain gets a tiny hit of dopamine. New tab. New notification. New video. Each switch feels rewarding, in a small, almost invisible way. Do that hundreds of times a day, for years, and your brain starts craving switching itself. Not the content. Just the switch. Stillness starts to feel wrong, even uncomfortable, simply because it's unfamiliar now. Researchers have actually measured this shift happening over time, using careful long-term studies. Average attention spans on a single task have dropped significantly over the past 2 decades, across almost every age group studied so far. This isn't really about individual willpower failing somehow, or people simply becoming weaker. It's about environments engineered specifically to reward constant switching, everywhere you look now, on every screen. Apps compete directly for your attention using entire teams of people whose entire job is capturing it. Nobody is naturally weak here in some personal way. Everyone is simply being pulled, constantly, by careful design. But here's the part that should genuinely excite you. Attention is trainable, exactly like a muscle responds to exercise. Every time you resist a distraction, even for 30 extra seconds, you're doing a small rep. Every time you give in immediately, you're doing the opposite rep, training weakness instead of strength. Most people don't realize they're training anything at all. They think they simply have a short attention span, as if it were fixed and permanent, like eye color, when it's actually closer to fitness, and fitness always responds to practice. Think of someone who does genuinely deep, focused work for hours at a time. Writers. Researchers. Engineers solving complex problems. From the outside, this looks like some rare natural gift they were simply born with. It isn't. Most of them started exactly where you are now, distracted constantly, unable to sit still for more than a few minutes without reaching for something else. They built this ability slowly, deliberately, the exact same way anyone builds physical strength in a gym. There's a real cost hiding behind every single switch you make, one almost nobody talks about clearly enough. Researchers call it attention residue, and it's more expensive than it sounds. When you switch away from a task, part of your mind stays behind on it, even after you've moved on completely to something else. That residue quietly reduces your performance on whatever you switch to next, without you consciously noticing it happening at all. So checking your phone for 10 seconds doesn't just cost 10 seconds of your actual time. It costs the next several minutes of degraded focus you don't even notice slipping away. This is why constant switching feels productive but actually produces so little real output. You're busy the entire day, completely exhausted by evening, yet somehow nothing important actually got finished. Dozens of small switches, each one leaving residue behind, quietly stacking up throughout the day. Meanwhile, someone doing one thing at a time, for longer uninterrupted stretches, produces work that looks almost effortless by comparison, simply because their attention never had to keep recovering from constant interruption. So how do you actually train this skill back up, starting today? You start with boredom tolerance, which sounds strange but matters enormously. Sit somewhere with absolutely nothing to do for 5 full minutes. No phone. No music. No conversation. Just sit there. It will feel unbearable at first, almost itchy in your own mind. That discomfort is exactly the muscle you're training. Every minute you sit through it without reaching for stimulation, you're rebuilding tolerance for stillness itself. Then apply the same principle directly to actual work. Pick one task. Just one. Close every other tab completely. Put your phone in a different room entirely, not just face down beside you. Set a timer for 25 minutes, and commit to that single task until it rings. You'll want to switch almost immediately, probably within the first few minutes. That urge is normal and expected. Simply notice it, let it pass without acting on it, and keep working anyway. Start small if 25 minutes feels genuinely impossible right now. 10 minutes is completely fine as a starting point. Even 5 minutes counts as real training if that's truly your current limit. The goal isn't heroic focus on day one. The goal is winning today's rep, however small it happens to be, and then slightly increasing it again tomorrow. Attention builds exactly the same way physical strength does, small increases, repeated consistently, compounding quietly over weeks and months. Redesign your environment so distraction requires more effort than focus does, wherever genuinely possible. Delete distracting apps from your phone's home screen entirely, not just hide them in a folder. Use a website blocker during your dedicated focus blocks each day, without exception. Keep your workspace deliberately boring and completely free of stimulation nearby. Every piece of friction you add between yourself and distraction makes focus the easier default choice instead of the harder one. You're not relying purely on willpower anymore in this moment. You're relying on a workspace that quietly supports the version of you trying to build real, lasting focus. Notice the urge to check something without immediately obeying it, every single time it appears. That urge isn't dangerous, and it isn't a sign something's wrong with you personally. It's simply an old, well-worn habit firing automatically, the way habits always do. You don't have to fight it violently or panic about it. You just have to notice it clearly, let a few seconds pass calmly, and choose to keep working anyway. Each time you do this, the old habit gets slightly weaker. Do this consistently for a few weeks, and something genuinely surprising starts happening. Sitting still stops feeling unbearable the way it once did. Reading for an hour stops feeling impossible or exhausting. Deep work sessions that once felt torturous start feeling almost natural, even enjoyable at times. You haven't developed a new personality overnight. You've simply rebuilt a muscle that modern life had quietly worn down, one small distracted moment at a time, over years without you noticing. And here's what makes this skill genuinely rare and valuable right now, in this exact moment in history. Almost everyone around you is fighting the same battle constantly, and most of them are quietly losing it every single day without realizing it. Sustained, undistracted focus has become one of the scarcest resources of modern life, precisely because almost nothing in the environment rewards it anymore, or even makes it easy. Which means the person who trains it deliberately, on purpose, gains a real, measurable advantage over almost everyone else around them, quietly and consistently over time. So pick one small focus rep today, right now, before you close this video completely. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever feels genuinely achievable for you at this exact moment in your life. Remove the phone from the room completely, not just face down beside you. Sit with the discomfort instead of running from it immediately like you usually would. Then do it again tomorrow, slightly longer if you can manage it that day. Your attention was never permanently broken by the modern world around you. It was simply untrained, and untrained things can always be trained back, starting today.